If you search online, North Idaho looks like the perfect place to retire. Lakes, mountains, clean air, space, quiet mornings. It almost looks like someone designed it specifically for people who want to slow life down. But here's the part most retirement videos skip. The scenery is the easy part of the decision. The real question is whether the lifestyle actually fits you 5 years from now, not just the first summer, but after you move. Because I've seen people relocate here and absolutely thrive in retirement. And I've seen people realize 6 months later that what looked perfect on paper didn't actually match how they wanted to live. So instead of trying to convince you this is the right place to retire, let's walk through the real test and let's get after it right now. Hey, I'm Reed Wilson with Revealing North Idaho. Been helping people relocate to the Idaho area now for over 20 years. Real estate agent here in the state of Idaho. Been living here in the North Idaho area for about the last 10 years. And we're talking about if North Idaho is actually a good place to retire. Hey, if you're considering North Idaho for retirement, these are the factors that actually determine whether it ends up being a great decision or a frustrating one. And the first one most people underestimate is the healthcare access. North Idaho is beautiful, but it is not a major metro health care hub. We do have solid hospitals in the region. You have good providers, but depending on where you choose to live, specialty care may require some travel. For some retirees, that's no issue at all. For others, especially those who are used to having major medical systems 10 minutes away, that can feel like a bigger adjustment than expected. What I often recommend is thinking about healthcare access the same way you would think about grocery stores or airports. Not just whether they exist, but how often you'll realistically need it and how far you're comfortable traveling. That is the first reality check. The second factor is weather. Not just whether you like snow, but whether you like living through seasons. North Idaho has real seasons. Summers are beautiful. Fall is incredible. Late fall is horrible. Winter, if you like snow, is great. Early spring is horrible. Spring is beautiful. And then we're back to that beautiful summer season. Winter, though, it's a part of the equation. Snow happens, days are shorter, some roads require attention, driveways matter more than people expect. For some retirees, winter becomes their favorite time of year. For others, especially those relocating from consistently warm climates, the first couple of winters can feel like a big adjustment. The key question isn't whether winter exists, it's whether the rhythm of the seasonal living appeals to you. Another major factor people evaluate when choosing whether to retire is taxes and affordability. We just did a video last week on affordability here. Take a look at that, but Idaho tends to be relatively favorable compared to many states people relocate from, particularly places like California or Washington. But affordability in retirement isn't just about taxes. It's about long-term livability, utilities, property upkeep, travel habits, lifestyle spending. A waterfront property looks incredible, but it also comes with different costs than a low-maintenance townhome near services. A home on acreage gives you privacy, but it also means more responsibility over time. When retirees choose housing here, the ones who are the happiest usually think 5 to 10 years ahead. Not just what they want right now, but what they'll want when maintenance matters more. Lifestyle is the next major piece of the retirement equation, and this is where North Idaho shines for the right person. If you enjoy outdoor activities, this region is hard to beat. Boating, fishing, hiking, mountain biking, golf, skiing, pickleball, trails, water, we got it all. Many retirees find themselves more active here than they expected to be, but lifestyle also includes social rhythm. North Idaho tends to move at a slower pace. It's not built around big city entertainment or nonstop activity. The social scene often revolves around community, outdoor activity, and smaller local gatherings rather than large urban events. Some people love that shift. Others quietly realize they miss the energy of the bigger metro area. There isn't a right answer. It just depends on the kind of rhythm you want in retirement. Another thing retirees think about here is housing style. North Idaho gives you a surprisingly big range of options, but some people move here specifically for lakefront living. Others prefer golf communities. Others want acreage and privacy. And many retirees eventually choose lower maintenance homes closer to town so they can travel without worry about property upkeep. What's interesting is that people often start their search wanting one thing and end up choosing something slightly different once they understand how daily life works here. That's normal. Retirement housing isn't just about the house, it's about the lifestyle the house creates. Quick question for you while you're watching this. If you're considering retirement here, what's the one thing that matters most to you? Is it outdoor lifestyle, cost of living, access to health care, or just having space and quiet? Drop that in the comments. It's always interesting to see what people prioritize when they start exploring this move. Now let's talk about the bigger question. Who actually thrives in retirement here? The retirees who tend to love North Idaho are people who value independence. They enjoy having space. They like nature being part of daily life. They're comfortable with the slower pace, and they don't mind trading a little convenience for a lot more freedom. The retirees who sometimes struggle are usually the ones expecting something closer to a resort environment or a big city lifestyle with endless amenities. North Idaho is beautiful, but it's not trying to be a luxury resort town or a major metropolitan center. It's a lifestyle place, and when someone chooses it for that reason, it works extremely well. If you're early in the process of researching retirement locations, the goal isn't to decide immediately. The goal is to understand how the place actually functions before making a decision. That way, when you do move, you're moving towards the lifestyle you actually want. If you're exploring North Idaho as a retirement destination, there are a lot of videos here that we have talked about, that I have talked about, breaking down different towns, different subdivisions, different neighborhoods, the lifestyle differences around the area. Take a look at those next. They'll give you a clear picture how living here actually works year-round. And if you're someone who enjoys thoughtful, honest breakdowns of what it's actually like living in North Idaho, make sure you like and subscribe so you don't miss our next video, because the right retirement decision usually starts with asking the right questions. Hey, my team and I, we are never too busy for you. Give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. All my information is in the comments below. Be sure and download our free relocation guide. Again, leave a comment, subscribe so that you won't miss the next time we go live, and we'll see you next week on our next video. Thanks for watching.